Squeeze it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to United Underground Presents Collectable Past, hosted by two guineas. What's going on, Vinnie?
Not too much, man. Just working on the book. Almost got it done. I have a few more pages that we need to. I need to get the lettering on. Oh, more than a little bit of. I'm on the last third, we'll say.
I am looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get it done by Sunday. Is kind of the Sunday and Monday is the goal right now.
Nice. That's going to be a blast. I want to try to be able to get the first review up if I possibly can. And since I'm in Florida, maybe I'll get it a little bit faster.
Yeah, hopefully.
But we'll say hello to the people in the chat. Solar Warden was here first. What's up, Solar Warden? Lasso of Truth. Type that again, and I delete your comment. That again. What's going on, Gab Stargate? Good to see you again. And guys, make sure to share this one out. YouTube likes to suppress it. I know when I go to look for this, I don't even see my stream pop up anymore in the list. It's so hilarious what they do.
Yeah.
King of Squibs, what's going on? The Barnacle Peen Raid. That's right. Guys, make sure you scrape those things off gently and then polish it down when you're done. Always put some kind of sealant on when you're done. That's what the Peen Storian would recommend. What's going on, Tina Bochin? Frog G is also in the house. Tickle the algorithm, smash the like, dingle the bells, and subscribe. Thank you.
Walton shellacks himself all the time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Katie, I had to take care of Katie on that. She was asking for some more pictures, and Walton was doing such a bad job at memeing. I had to show him how to do it right again.
I kind of told her, yeah, get Tommy in the case.
Broke out the editor, started doing a little bit of work. Yeah, always fun. Always fun. He's always slacking too. I mean, probably because he's 3'3" and he's down there in the dink zone. He reminds me of the dinks from Spaceballs, just a little bit.
Yeah,
dink, 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 dink.
He's just a little bit shorter than them.
Oh man, so I got an interesting one, and I know we talked about it a little bit last week. What's going on, Red Gaze? Hail there, the Barnacle Peen Raid.
Oh,
We were talking about it a little bit last week, and what I was planning on showing this week, and I got that Motu Battle Warriors, I believe the 2-pack is called.
Yeah,
of He-Man and Battlecat, and man, this one was actually a blast to open up and check out. I did have one small problem with it, but other than that, man, it was a well done set. So,
very cool. I'm glad.
Yeah, man. I did go back to the store to see if they had any more for the same price, and they were all gone.
That's what I thought. Damn.
What's up? Good stuff. Comic Skater. Hey, all. What's up? What's up?
What up?
Sounds like Nerium is in the chat too. What up? What up? But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and let's start checking this one out because I had a blast video recording this one.
And here's Cringer. And Cringer has another Masters of the Universe figure that he wants us to review. Right, Cringer?
And the Masters of the Universe.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back for another toy review. This one Coming by way of the Masters of the Universe Origins Retro line, we have the 2021 big box set for Battle Armor He-Man and Battlecat with battle damage. This one I actually got for an incredibly low price. It was damn near a steal. And once again, the artwork on this one is absolutely amazing. The box and everything that they were showing for the other figures in this line, of course, as always, is well done. And these figures, they look like they're going to be interesting. There's a nice little play set, so we're going to go ahead and get this one out of the box and see what it looks like. And the first thing for this one, it comes with this big diorama piece, which you snap together to create a nice little base for the figures. And then, of course, we have Battlecat. See if I can place him on this diorama thing. Battlecat's a pretty cool looking figure. There's a fair amount of articulation in there. I mean, he's got a ball joint on the head, so he gets some decent movement. And yeah, the helm does come off. Just kind of sits on there. There isn't a whole lot of movement here at the top of the shoulder. There is some, but it's just not as good as you would think. Little pivot right there. Of course, the back leg moves, and that moves as well. Tail even swishes around a little bit. Pretty cool, interesting, nice figure. Basically, I believe this is the same as the other one that was already out.
And the Masters of the Universe.
Dude, yeah, that's cool looking. I like that it's got a base too.
Yeah, that was one of the things when as soon as I seen it in the package, I was like, oh, wow, look at that. Comes with a little base. It comes with a little bit of extras, too. I love when they throw all the extra stuff in there to kind of beef up the package just a little bit without, like, overdoing with a bunch of fluff that you don't necessarily need. But a nice little base like that is pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I agree. Nice.
Hey, what's up, Pastor?
What up? What up? What up?
Barnacle Peen Raid, there it is. Guys, the Barnacle Peen statement from Walton will live on in infamy. That little gnome has done it to himself again.
Yep. He doesn't know when to say when.
Yeah, he's always putting his little footies in his mouth.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say putting things in his mouth.
Like the little baby booties. But I got one more. I got one more clip for this guy, and it's the rest of the stuff that it came with, and that's only like 2 parts. There's still a couple more things in this set. I mean, once again, I think the total price that I got this set for was like $29, which is ridiculously low. I mean, that box is huge.
Yeah, that's a steal, man.
Very good price. Shame that they didn't have any more of them. They took that clearance tag right off. I guess they sold a few for that price. And like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have these on clearance.
Oops.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man. But here we go with the second half of the video.
And the Masters of the Universe.
And the Battle Armor He-Man looks very much like the other one in the Origin series. Now this one is slightly different because this one does have a vacuumed metal chest on there, where the other one was just like a gray. And once again, if you hit the center, gives you that damaged look. He also has a place to store his sword on the back, so he comes with his sword, the axe, and the shield. And he's got various slashes and marks on him. He also does come with a separate head and another hand, which I'll show off in a second.
Come on, Cat. Looks like we'll have to do this the hard way.
My pleasure!
So with the secondary hand and the head in place, he does have a slightly different appearance. I don't really know if the second head was needed really, because it isn't that much different, but he has a fair amount of posability as all the other Master of the Universe figures in this Origins Retro line. One thing I will note about the part swap out, so the head is pretty easy. It's got a big giant ball joint that sits in there, but these hands, I don't know what they're doing with these hands that they started doing differently, but yeah, like I was so worried about that little pin piece breaking that I wasn't even sure I was going to get the original one out without it snapping. I would say that is the one downside to what they did with this figure as far as parts.
All right, Big Cat. Let's go.
And that was not all that he came with.
Now let's get the others.
He also came with these little tiny dragon-like creatures. I don't really recall them in the show, but nonetheless, we'll pop them in the diorama anyway. Still an interesting addition to this set, and I love the little play base that it comes with it, and you can stretch that thing out, and it's the exact same color as the Castle Grayskull one, which I am not going to bring out right now because that thing is gigantic. It takes up a lot of room, and it's a pain in the ass to put back in the box, and so I actually can have some place to display it. But it does match up very well with the Castle Grayskull tone and color. Another one that I think that they have done fairly well.
And the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that with the base too, that they made it the same color. That was a smart move.
Well, you know, like I said, one of the things that actually was one of the reasons that I noticed this toy when it was sitting on the shelf is the vacuumed metal chest that he actually has on this one. Because the other battle damage that they had out, because they had a single figure, you know, without the extra parts, and then they had the deluxe version with all the extra parts. But both of them were just a gray chest.
Oh, okay.
They weren't that vacuum metal, and I was like, oh wow, that looks really nice with the vacuum metal parts on there. So I wish they would have did it with the sword too.
Yeah, that would have been good. I don't know why they didn't. Interesting, but I gotta say though that piece is killer, and for $29, yeah, you can't beat that.
No, absolutely not.
That's a very cool looking He-Man set. I was kind of surprised too that they put blood on it. I mean, that's not something Mattel and other toy companies are too keen on doing. But they just took a brush and they just went line. They didn't really go into it, but
yeah. Like you would think that maybe they would have did a little like detailing into the plastic to make it look like an actual cut. Yeah, they didn't do anything like that. Even on the Battlecat one, it was just painted on cut marks.
Right.
But I mean, it still looked good though.
Sweatshops do better. Come on.
Yeah, really. I will mention one other thing though. I did pick up the Panther a while back, and I couldn't figure out why on the back of my Castle Grayskull they showed another Panther, but he did not have the frocked appearance that mine does. Turns out that the one I picked up when I went back and looked at it again, it was a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah, I see that in stores once. That one you have.
And Walmart doesn't even carry that exclusive. It was actually a limited time only.
Exclusive. Yeah. The one placed by me. That there's just all you see is Battlecat everywhere. But yeah, they used to have the Panther one. But again, it's not something I was collecting. I almost did, but it's a good thing I didn't. I don't have room and or the money to burn right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I did get a couple more things in before the show ends. I'll probably talk about that because it may wind up being something I'm going to talk about next week.
Nice.
I just got something in from Entertainment Earth.
Oh, fantastic! I'm waiting on a couple of things because there's a few other reviews I'm going to do. I got a couple other customs I'm going to be doing as well. I'm waiting for like one or two pieces. Essentially, it's like I got an alternate head. From eBay, you know, one of those third-party casts. And, I'm waiting on that shit. But once they do, I'll have another couple of cool ones up. But I did do a great custom one this week, and I put it up. So hold on, let me share screen. We can dive into this. So yeah, because I figured let me do another custom job because I had a couple of female figures that did great. I talked about it the last couple of weeks. You know how female figures do amazing. People love them. Why aren't we seeing more from companies? And I actually found this really cool like jumpsuit on eBay, and I'm like, yeah, that would be great to do a Spider-Gwen. Since I got all those cool Spider-Man over there, I always love the colors up here. Like the one gripe with that design, I hated her ballerina shoes, but everything else looked fantastic on it. So I'm like, yeah, well, let me do one. I had a Jill Valentine set where I had two heads, and I figured, yeah, let me I'll put one on Jill, and now I have Jill in cosplay, I guess you could say.
Hey, McFarlane, take notes. These things do sell.
Oh, they absolutely do. And again, this is a Feisen body or a TB League is what they changed their name to. And this is a beautiful, beautiful set. Lifelike kind of proportions, like superhero proportions on this specific model. It's in S22A. And again, they have so many different types of bodies and everything. But I heard this one was pretty good for like the jumpsuits and if you want a superhero figure, so that's what I did. Although there's two versions, there's pale skin and suntan, and this is the pale skin one, which she's covered up anyway up to the neck, so it's not such a big deal. But I wish I'd gotten the suntan body because I think it's too pinkish the skin tone. So I used the hands from another one of the TB leagues because they all come with all sorts of different hands and shit. So like 3 sets of hands each. If you're just getting the body by themselves. But yeah, I thought this thing was great to put together and very simple. It's literally just the body, the suit, and I had the extra head. So I'm like, yeah, let's make a cool figure. And I never really cared either way with blonde hair or brunette. Yeah, it's supposed to be Gwen Stacy, but hey, we're all the multiverses. Who says Jill Valentine couldn't be a Spider-Gwen? Well, I love the face on this, like the Russian model that they use for the video game. Like that's the face that they have on this figure, and I like a nice clean look like that. Plus, she has the hair swept to the side, just like Spider-Gwen. So that's what I figured. And yeah, so here is the box, so you could see exactly which one that I got. But yeah, you can see here like the flesh tone is very bright. But yeah, the suntan ones, they're the closest to regular skin, and that's kind of universal across the board. So if it's a male figure or a female figure, that's what they do. But yeah, this thing zipped up. Very easy to put on as well. Just you got to kind of move slow. You got to pinch the fabric up the legs because it does get kind of tight. It is slightly transparent, but it's still okay for what it is. Again, this isn't a major company or anything. I couldn't even find a name for the suit. If you're looking for it, just type in Spider-Gwen 1/6 scale costume or jumpsuit if you're looking for it. But yeah, it ranges anywhere from like $20 to like $35, I think, depending if you get it from someone who sells it in the States or somebody in China, because those are pretty much the only 2 places you could find it. But yeah, I think overall this thing looks amazing. Again, proportions are very good to a comic book. The feet might be the biggest problem, but if you're okay with it, I was fine with it, to be honest. Like I don't need to have any special booties on her. She could have the pajama look for the feet. It's no big deal. But yeah, again, look at the posing on these things. Stainless steel body, with silicone on top. That's why it mimics like the human body and what you could do. And
right
and
there,
some.
right
Yeah.
there. That I don't think I've seen that in any other figure.
Yeah, these things are amazing. Whoever designed these, yeah, kudos to them.
And you were talking about the butterfly joints.
Yeah, the butterfly joints are amazing. It moves exactly like a real shoulder would move. So again, I don't know how they did it, but yeah, brilliant engineering throughout. And you could see too that it really holds because of its stainless steel. You're not going to have any joints flopping around. It holds it tight. So yeah, and there's 2 points of articulation in the upper torso, so you could get all the way down, like, you know, ballerina poses essentially. So it's very cool.
Well, can she almost go down on herself like a dog in heat?
like a Walton in Heat.
Looking for barnacles.
Oh shit, that was hilarious. Yeah, the probe was funny tonight. But yeah, again, double hinge for the knees as well. Again, articulation's amazing. If a human body could do it, these figures could pretty much do it and surpass that. So very awesome. And yeah, the twists are amazing. I could even go further, but I didn't want to risk it in case.
Now here's the thing I wanted to ask you, because it looked like when you were showing off that knee, is that like a turn too at that knee?
It's actually, it was above, so it's like there's an upper thigh kind of rotation as well. But
okay,
as I was doing, because the joint was so tight, it moved on its own, so I just kind of put it back. But yeah, like I said, if you could do it, they could do it. And yeah, there's no tendon, so they could go even further.
No, I've seen that pose a few times.
Yeah.
That's called the pole sitter, something that Walton is never going to say.
Well, I figured let me have fun with some of these poses too, right? Because I know there's a lot of different collectors out there, and a lot of people are afraid to put their figures in extreme poses, or they don't know, they're not really thinking like that, so they'll just kind of have these static museum things. Holy fans. Oh shit.
No, I was extremely impressed with this figure when I watched the video. I mean, the only thing that they're missing at this point is putting articulation in her boobs and her butt cheeks. I mean, seriously, that's about the only thing they missed.
Dude, yeah, it's incredible, man. Yeah, I had to take out the one of the Andrew Garfield one that I had, which again, that's just the head is a recast, I think, from a Hot Toys, and that Spider-Man body is actually of the PS4 version, which I want to shoot him soon. I just haven't it yet because he comes with so much accessories. It'll take a while to do, and I got to get that book done. So I haven't done him yet, but I will. And yeah. Anyway, I thought that combination looked great because he didn't come with like the video game head. It was just the regular Spider-Man head. So yeah. Anyway, like I did my own. I think it looks good. But yeah, so like it's your collection. You can do whatever you want, buy whatever you want. I might get a new head for the Spider-Gwen at some point. I just looking for some like blonde-haired faces or generic ones or whatever. It's like virtually impossible. A lot of them look really shitty where they have the plugged-in hair. I prefer sculpted hair. So I don't know. But that being said, I did see there was a really good Margot Robbie likeness that a third-party company made. It does have rooted hair, but the way they did it, it looks pretty damn good, and it would kind of work for a Spider-Gwen, to be honest.
No, it's really a shame that company that you got the oh god, what was that from? Last Samurai. Mm-hmm. It's a shame that company doesn't make like additional like faces and heads and hands and stuff like that for different figures, like for build your own.
Yeah,
they're amazing with their shit.
Oh my god, yeah. But some companies really are. Some of those third-party ones, like the Ada Wong one that I got, that head looks like something out of Hot Toys. The paint job is immaculate. The sculpt is fantastic, and the company only does likenesses. So again, I might do that. I might pull the trigger at some point, but not right now. I can't do extra spending at the moment. But yeah, no, this thing was killer. And yeah, I was waiting a little while for it. That's why. So as soon as I got it, I said, let me put it together and shoot it. So yeah, it all moved pretty quickly too. So
how much did it wind up costing in total, just for the outfit and the body?
Maybe $100.
Oh, okay, that's not horrible.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Because again, if it's third party, and you're looking for a figure that has like all these accessories and shit, like it'll range from like $200 to $300 depending on what the figure is. But yeah, to kind of build your own, yeah, you can find some good deals here and there.
So then the only problem you have is being able to find the hands and everything else.
Well, again, the hands came with the actual body.
Oh, okay. Those hands did come with the body?
Yeah, I used it from a different I had a different TV League body that you'll see that the hands actually match her face. So it's more like that suntan they call it skin color instead of the bright kind of pinkish one. Um, but yeah, I had extra anyway because like I said, all of the bodies, if it's a male figure or a female figure, it comes with two. Well, the female one comes with two sets of feet because there's one that's like an arched foot. Because they do make like hollowed out high heels and all that, and different shoes. But all these different third party companies. But anyway, it comes with two sets of feet and three sets of hands. So you'll have the relaxed one, you'll have some kind of gripping one, and one that's like a trigger finger hand. So yeah, so like I said, it was all pretty much there. I'm sure, like if I wanted to find white gloved hands, I could probably find that somewhere online, like a set of them. I've seen that there's a lot of like third party companies that.
I'm actually kind of
will do
surprised
that.
that there isn't third party companies that just make like extra like outfit pieces.
What do you mean?
Like, kind of like what they would do back in the day for GI Joe or even like Barbie, where they got the idea from, where they would have like you would just buy like a set of like outfit pieces for these figures.
Well, dude, China. That's all they have, man. If you type in like 1/6 scale, and then like depending what you're looking for, a hoodie, shit, I don't know, a business suit, coat, whatever. You're gonna be surprised what you could find. I mean, the wardrobes and shit that you could get for these 1/6 scale figures are it's astronomical, man. It's pretty amazing. But like the really like the ones that are like high quality material, shit like that, you'll be paying more. You'll be paying almost like actual prices for, like if you were going to get like, let's say I want to put a hoodie on her that's going to look good. You could find one for maybe $10, or you could find one that's like $50, and you're going to see the quality difference. But just as an example, there's other people that they have straight up like the creep side of it, where it's just like all lingerie and things of that nature. Yeah, it's insane the amount of business that these people are doing just making clothes for fucking dolls.
Okay, so let's take the conversation just in a ridiculous aspect for just a moment. Number one, do they make the super fatty wide Lizzo models, or do they make something short enough to make a Barnacle Peen Walton?
They have. I haven't seen any obese type bodies. Although for the male figures, yes, there's a couple companies that make ones that have like a heft to them. Most people use it like for either like a Tony Soprano build or something like a Kingpin type of a build. But like that stuff's harder to find, and like the clothes for it is harder to find. But if you're looking like at superhero proportions, so this company that makes the silicone bodies. Yeah, if anyone took a look at my Batman review, the Christian Bale one, I have a muscular body for the Bane figure because I show like a side by side with a Bane figure I made a custom of. He's got like an Arnold Schwarzenegger build from Terminator 1, and that's like the biggest one. I think it's called the M33, and then they have the M34, which is like even more detail and more veins on the body. Then they have like one that's a little bit smaller, so it's like an athletic build. Like the legs and stuff are thinner than that Arnold Schwarzenegger body, but the arms are still kind of big. Then they have one that's more of like a standard kind of body. With the female ones, the range is insane. They have them from the Jill Valentine one that I had done. She's like a slightly shorter body compared to like this one. She might be like a half inch shorter, but like the proportions on the arms and the legs are different. And they put like there's more silicone, so instead of this is all super muscular over here, it's like a softer body. They call me, I think, the buxom model. Then
So they're actually putting like actual sculpt work into the outside parts of the body too, not just through the skeleton and everything else.
Oh yeah, no, the silicone molds that they use are insane. They look and move just like a human body would. So like I said, like that Bane figure that I have or that I put together. That Arnold body, his muscle structure is exactly Arnold Schwarzenegger's body. It's exactly that. I don't know how they did it. But yeah, that's why a lot of people use that for, like Terminator, custom Terminator builds. they'll find like an Arnold head online, and they'll put together with that M33 body. So yeah, no, it's impressive.
I wonder if you give the specifications to Chris Fisk, regardless of how many times he passes out from toxic fumes, if maybe he could probably print some heads up for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you still have to get them painted. And yeah, that's the tricky part. That could make or break a figure. Like the paint job that they did on here is insane. I can't see that well, but you could even see like the iris in there. The way that they did every little bit, it's impressive as hell. I try to get in there close, but then with the shine that they did, it almost looks like the eyes were put in separate. So that's how good like the paint job is on that. So yeah, it really depends. If you have the skills to do it, yeah, go for it. I mean, they even have the gloss in there to get that nice reflection. Yeah, it's impressive. It's very impressive how these companies work and what they do. I mean, you might be able to see in there as well, but yeah, it's good stuff. Like I said, quality is what I'm there for. If something looks amazing, excellent, yeah, and it's an affordable price, yeah, then I'm there for it. If it's so and expensive, I'll normally pass on something. But yeah, it depends who you're looking for, what you're doing.
I think even affordable price sometimes that boundary can be stretched a little bit depending on the quality that you're actually getting from these companies.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's why I love that a lot of those those places in China and shit, that they will do good quality shit. Like this suit is really nice the way that they did it, the spandex kind of material that they use. Like I said, you can kind of see it in here as well. The gapping, because they didn't like stretch and paint it. They just painted on top, and then as you put it on, so it's almost like nylon, I guess. So if it stretches too much, like you could see, depending on the lighting and stuff. Like as I was shooting her, I had to watch out because some of the lighting that I was using kind of went very see-through, and when her legs are open, because that's the one thing with these bodies, they do try to get anatomically correct. So
so you're saying if you put a little bit of fur work on down there, it's definitely coming through.
Yeah. The male figures are funny. I was thinking about doing a comedy thing with it, but if I do it, it'd have to be on Twitter. I can't do it for YouTube because they'll flag the channel. The males come with extra parts.
Are we talking barnacle parts?
Yeah. The ones hanging there and the ones that are erect.
Walton is limply hanging there, from what I understand.
It's hilarious. That's why I was gonna do something funny with some Star Wars figures. I might still do it, but if I do, it'll have to be on Twitter.
No, Chewbacca and Princess Leia. I could see it now. What's going on, Tony? Clown World View.
What's up, man?
He says, why does Spider-Man smell rotten Play-Doh on his shoulders?
Oh my god!
So you were talking about putting your painting skills to the test. So I picked up something new recently, and I had no clue what I was getting into. So let me see if I can get this damn camera to work. There we go. So I got the Yamato from Star Blazers.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you see how tiny that thing is?
Holy hell!
Yeah,
this is a model kit.
I mean, this is a model kit for the Yamato. I mean, that thing is tiny. Like, I'm gonna have to get in there and really carefully paint this thing because it's too small.
Do they have a difficulty level on it?
I did not see it. This came right from Bandai in Japan, so if there is a difficulty in there, I can't read it.
Yeah. It's gonna say in the box difficulty level. If you work in the sweatshop, it's a 1. If you're American, impossible.
Pretty much. Yeah, like it's so tiny, but it's got all these little pieces in there, and I just remembered I have no modeling glue, so now I got to go out and get some modeling glue and stuff, so I could try to put this thing together. Yeah, it's interesting though. It's an interesting little set.
Oh, I'd say so. That's cool looking.
I love Star Blazers, man. I always wanted to get like a full size model or toy of the original Yamato ship, but I could never find one anywhere.
How big is that thing going to be when it's all put together?
All put together, it ain't going to be much bigger than the model kit itself. I mean, it's going to be a little bit taller, but yeah, it's probably maybe 4 inches long tops.
Okay. Walton size.
It might be a little bit big for him. He'll only do that on his Barnacle Only fans site.
Barnacle Only fans.
Hashtag Walton's Barnacle Peen. The Barnacle Storian.
What son of a bitch.
See, it's continuing. Walton, enjoy it, pal. You wanted to try to meme and you wanted to try to make fun of other people. And once again, you opened your mouth and it all backfired on you.
That's right. Because he's wrong.
Wrong again, Walton.
Poor Walton.
I love it, though. I like Walton, but oh my God, he just makes it so damn easy.
Oh, yeah. He's a good guy. It's fun. It's fun and it's funny. There's something else he had sent me a text, but I'm like, nah, I won't say it. It'll probably make him look even worse.
Oh, every time he talks, I'm like,
what? What?
What was that, Walton?
What?
Are you high?
What happened?
Because he must be to do that around all of us.
Oh yeah, but I think he does that on purpose. He knows we're gonna do it. You can't
I think so.
you can't give us those lines and then not expect us to jump all over that. That poor son of a bitch.
Yeah, poor dumb bastard. But yeah, I did get another thing in the mail also.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. So I got this package in from Entertainment Earth. I like that. Who's ready for an unboxing? The wait is over. Oh, hold on. I got to show that knife off properly, right? Nothing illegal here, folks.
You got to get one of Bram Frank's knives. Things are amazing.
God damn, they put a lot of tape on this thing.
I rather have them put more tape than less.
Oh,
Our
nice
items we want those items to arrive safely.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
86 Perceptor.
Dude, that looks great.
Yeah, it does look good. I'm going to wind up doing a full review on this one for next week's show.
Oh yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. Now he just came out.
He just came out recently. He was actually something that I had pre-ordered.
Okay.
And I pre-ordered this thing, God, like probably a good 4 months ago or better.
Yeah, those pre-orders sometimes, man. Whew,
it's just like it's just like that Megatron His Tank. I pre-ordered that a few months ago, and I'm not going to see that until January.
That's if it comes out on time. That's the other issue.
Exactly. This was actually a month delayed because originally they were saying this was going to come out in March, and didn't get it until April. So, and it just came in today too. So,
Well, hold on. I found while you were going through the box, I found the video that has that Bane figure I was talking about. So I just jumped here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can see all that detailed sculpt work that they have, and again, the whole body, because it's silicone, it's very kind of squishy and all that. But again, the stainless steel, it holds everything in place perfectly. He is a heavy figure. He's got to be maybe 2 or 3 pounds. Yeah, like they really they go above and beyond with these things. So, but it's awesome.
Now, could you imagine how heavy the figure would be if it was actually Bane in the comic books?
What do you mean?
Well, Bane in the comic books was almost like the size of the Incredible Hulk. He was so big.
Oh, no, I know he was big, but I'm just saying the stainless steel alone that's in there, that's what makes the figure heavy.
Right. I'm saying if they did that body in the size of like a Bane figure, from the comics.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be like at least another inch and a half, 2 inches taller.
In the weight.
Yeah, there's more steel, so yeah, it would be a heavier figure, but yeah, these things are awesome. Even though like when you bend the joints and stuff, like it's like very natural, that kind of movement. It's not 100%, but it's damn close, you know. Like I said, these things are amazing. I don't think I did a review on him yet, but I might eventually do that as well, so people get a better look. But it'd be basically just kind of articulation for him, because like everything's there already. Like he was a whole kit. It was the head, the clothes, and then the body was separate. Because again, like you could use any body that you want. It could be, you could have a regular figure that has proper joints in it, visible joints, but obviously with something like this, you want to be able to see the damn thing.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The one thing, like with these bodies, like as amazing as they are, like I would not keep like the elbows or the knees bent for very long. They even say it in the instructions. It's like they don't keep like an elbow pinched or an arm pinched like that for like more than 2 days, because over time, like the silicone could rip, it could tear, and I've seen that in some collectors. Like they've literally have like their certain figures like kneeling down, or type military type poses and whatnot, and you can see like cracking along the knee or along the elbow.
Well, yeah, because when you're flexing that joint now, it's actually stressing the silicone.
Oh, absolutely. But like again, if they have pants on, if they have like clothes that are actually going to be covering them up, yeah, then go for it. No big deal. You know, because they're not going to tear in a major way, but you'll have like those, you'll have some cracks and shit like that. But yeah,
just imagine if they're doing that now. What's it going to be like in another 5 years?
Right. Look how like life like that is, man. And that's why a lot of artists, they use these figures, to help them with anatomy, and drawing and shit. Because like if I took all that off, and it was a pain in the ass to put on, but you could see all the proper musculature, and it's a damn good thing. That's why I said, even if you're not a toy collector, if you're an artist, these things are fantastic to get. But yeah, they range from $70 to $100, depending on what type of body and where you're going to get them. So in case for anyone who's kind of curious, but like I said, man, it's all proper. All of that is very, very balls on accurate. So like I said, this is the body that they used. They modeled it off of Schwarzenegger from his heyday, basically. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I forgot how many segments I did with him. I guess this is the last one. But yeah, so you get your 2 for there. You get a Batman and you get Bane. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen these reviews, like go back on my channel. I have like a playlist too for the actual for the toys by themselves.
Yeah, man, it's listed in the links below. In case you're not already subscribed, do it now. Come on, what are you waiting for? If you wait too much longer, Barnacle P and Walton will show up at your house and it'll be a disaster. Don't let that happen to you.
Yeah, it happened to Tommy, so it's true. It happens.
Now, he hasn't shown up on my lawn yet. I did have him in the wife's vehicle. I mean, it's not my car.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So if he left some like barnacle chippings on the side over there, that's not my problem. Then again, you know what? Her car is acting kind of funny now, almost like the transmission's going out. I wonder if that has something to do with him being in there with his barnacles.
Oh, shit. When we talk about it, he should pop up in chat. Where is he?
He's hiding. Those memes on Red's channel like killed him. And then Johnny throwing him under the bus was wondrous. It was just beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful all the way around.
Johnny and Chris, they both went hard.
Something that Walton can't do.
I teed him up. Boom. Hit it out of the park.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. He's a really good sport about it, though. I will give him that.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Like I said, we had a funny little back and forth on the phone the other day. That was...
He was trying so hard, though. He was trying so hard to come up with something.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's like I thought you were a writer, and he's sitting there struggling.
Yeah, he's like, I got something for Tommy. I got something for Tommy, and he's showing it, and I'm sitting there like,
Well, we're waiting.
The perfect clip.
What's going on, Shadowhawk Backs?
What's
Welcome.
up, man? Yeah.
Oh
shit.
man, such fun. And I mean, that's one of the things I like to do. I like to have a laugh every once in a while, and that's why sometimes if I can, I can get on Red's channel, great, and I can have a laugh, especially if it's at Walton's expense, or if I can just do it from the chat, that's just as good. Because what can he say to me?
Nothing.
You got nothing.
You can just say thank you.
Yeah, just thank you. I'll make you famous.
Thank you. Come again.
I do have a toy break.
Good.
I do have a toy break. So, I mean, this is a little silly one. I kind of threw things together. The pigs were in the way. I was filming a whole bunch of other stuff, and I actually have some more of the comparison reviews coming up for Transformers too. So I got a couple of them on the way. One of them's actually already done. It's sitting in my clip list, ready to be uploaded. And that was a fun one. And that's going to be on the Decepticon Duo Battle Chargers of Runabout and Runamuck.
Oh, very cool.
Those figures are absolutely amazing. I had one small gripe about it, and I think it had to do with the earlier design that they used on the figure. I'm assuming, because I just can't remember, but because I know they did some kind of poll where they wanted people to write into which character they wanted to see next coming out of the Transformer line as far as Pulse was concerned.
Yeah. And
I can't remember which one won first, but I think it was Runabout, which is the black battle charger.
Okay.
I think he was first, and he was the one that actually I had a problem with as far as it came to transformation. But I'll get into all that next week.
Okay.
But so I had this one going. So get ready, everybody, for your Collectable Past toy break.
So we got Jumper with us, and with Jumper being here with us, we are going to have a toy break. Right, Jumper? Get that big butt on there. With Jumper here with us, you know that it's going to be Transformers related for this toy break. Right, Jumper? Hell yeah. So these ones are actually coming by way of Transformers Cyberverse little mini Transformers figures. These ones are stupidly simple, and they don't cost a lot. So for somebody on a budget that wants to get some Transformers, these are not really horrible. They are stupidly simple, like I said. So you just take this guy, fold these down. It's got a little tab right there. You just pop that out of the tab, fold the arms. And that's your guy. That's it for him. If it stand. And that is pretty much it. Tiny little collectibles from the Transformers line.
That was a cool little toy break. I like that.
Yeah, man, those things are tiny. They're kind of silly. I seen them at, I think it was like a Walgreens or something like that. I just picked a few of them up for the sheer hell of it.
Yeah. Neat,
I
man.
normally don't pick those things up, but I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll grab a couple because I seen Grimlock on one of the packages. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna grab this.
That's your guy.
Yeah, man. Love
That's
Grimlock, just the same as Cliff Jumper, and I do have something coming up for Cliff Jumper as well because Buzzworthy Bumblebee line released another version of the Earthrise Cliff Jumper with a slightly different paint application, and that was about it. They didn't really change nothing else about the figure, so they marked it up as the '86 Cliff Jumper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen her doing that a lot with that Buzzworthy Bumblebee line now. So they're incorporating a lot of what should be the '86 Transformers into the Bumblebee line. They did another cup with a repainted windshield. Like,
Yeah, I saw him recently, but I'm like, yeah, it did look like the same exact figure to me.
No, there was no difference except that I think the chest paint application, maybe a couple other paint applications here and there, but otherwise it was the exact same figure. Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of lazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I understand if you want to give people a chance to get those other figures, like that's fine, but just to do new packaging though is weird.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Bone? What up, Tommy and Vinnie? What's up?
What up, man? How you doing?
I did see one that they are doing another line now, and because I was kind of curious, well, where are they going to go in between? Because obviously they don't have the next line really set up. They're finishing out the Kingdom. I think they got one more series, I think, left in it. It's either one more series or they're on their last series, but they started going into a new series called Legacy. So they're actually putting out some other figures that I don't remember seeing in the first three lines, and one of them I picked up was Skids.
I don't remember what he looked like.
Skids was the Honda Civic minivan.
Okay.
Little blue minivan. He was originally part of the Diaclone line, and he didn't make it into the Transformers market until I think it was it 85? Yeah, he made it in 85 instead of 84.
Okay. So he's going to be in this new wave. They're called Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy. Yeah, I actually found them. I found them on the shelf, and I was like, oh, wow. I didn't expect to see something like that, and I grabbed them as soon as I seen them. I was like, damn, somebody must have been sleeping because he's sitting right there.
Nice. What was he going for?
The normal, like the $20 range.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's not like a deluxe or something.
No. Well, technically, they do consider those deluxe.
Well, what's the other name? The ones that are like one up.
The teeny tiny ones, the core?
No, it's core. Then all right. So it's core, deluxe.
Deluxe, leader. Oh, wait a minute. No, Voyager.
Voyager, that's it.
Voyager, leader, and then commander. And then Titan.
Yeah. Well.
And in which case, I'm probably never going to see a Titan figure because I really don't feel like shelling out $175 to pick up one of those things.
No. That's
yeah, and it's not to say that I don't think they could be worth it. They look amazing. Like I remember seeing the one for Triptychon, amazing looking. I was never really big into Fortress Maximus or Scorponok, but I seen both of those ones, and both of those look amazing. Somebody actually had them on one of the toy stores. Like I don't know if it was like Hasbro's toy store on eBay, but they had them discounted like down to $75 because they weren't moving that well.
Which one?
The Triptychon one. It was a big headmaster figure, like big Titan-sized headmaster figure.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, yeah, I went to go look up the Legacy stuff, and I'm seeing, it looks like there's a couple of re-releases. They have Blaster in that packaging as well.
Yes, and he's tiny. I did see him on the shelf. He's tiny.
He's tiny?
Compared to the one that we have, he's a lot smaller.
Holy shit.
He's like the size of maybe like Starscream.
That's crazy. What? That doesn't even make any sense.
I know.
They have the mold for the one that was released. It sold out like crazy. Instead of re-releasing him in new packaging, you shrink the figure?
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like the exact same figure, but just shrunk down. So it looks like they took the original mold and just did a recast of the original mold, just smaller.
What is it, like an inch smaller?
Well, I think what was the Starscream and everything was probably about in 2 inches or more shorter than Blaster and Soundwave, and he was considerably smaller in both of them. So,
Really?
yeah, it's a few inches shorter.
Really? That's bizarre. That is a really bizarre choice. It's not like it's a core size. Wow, that I've never seen a company do anything like that. Really weird. Oh, they have an RC. She's all blue, apparently.
I seen a pink RC as well, but I think that was part of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line.
Okay. Oh yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, I seen the one you're talking about. There's a Skywarp as well. Okay, I see the TF Lab. I see that one. Man, yeah, it's weird. That's bizarre. Some of the shit that they've been doing and releasing. And you're right. They still have a mix of. I see Silver Streak in the Buzzworthy line.
Mm-hmm.
Who's making these decisions on what the hell they're doing?
I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, once again, I understand if you want to re-release to try to, for people that missed out on it because of these scalpers. I get that to a degree, but at the same token, like what Silver Streak was a good example. Like, why did they change the name again? Because when they released him in Earthrise, he was still Blue Streak.
Right. That's weird. And they also have the Road Rage, it looks like. But he's in the Kingdom line. He's the red one. Did you ever, the blue version, did you ever transform him and take him out of the box?
I did not yet because I have both Trax and Road Rage. I had both of them. And I plan on doing a review sooner or later, but every time I'm getting ready to review them, something else comes in that I find more interesting.
Yeah. Well, same thing. The same thing has happened to me. There's figures I'm like, yeah, I'll review that next. I'm like, nope. That's like 3 other figures I review on top of that or before that.
Well, if I ever get a day to just film a whole bunch of stuff, I'm just going to drag a lot of that stuff that's been sitting there waiting out, and I'm just going to film it all and get it ready.
Yeah.
This way, I don't have any more excuses. What's going on? Awesome one. Good to see you. Hail,
up,
survivor
awesome
of Gaze Agenda.
Nice. That's awesome. Oh, there's an Optimus too in that line, in the Legacy line. Is it the one that turns into a fire truck? I think he's got those big shoulders that go up high past his head.
Oh, Inferno?
Oh, I think. Is that
the big red fire truck?
No. There's Transformer. There's an Optimus Prime, Legacy figure. He looks like he's this big. I'm looking at the box. It looks like it's a big fucking a truck with like a gasoline tanker.
Oh, what the hell was his name? Star Victory or it was like a Japanese version.
Yeah.
He also had a tanker. I'm sorry, he also had a tanker as part of Generation 2. They had a light up Optimus Prime who came with like a tanker.
Because like the cab section is more like the ones from the Michael Bay movie, and it looks like it splits, and that's like his shoulders, like his tires are up in the air. It looks so stupid, the design. Yeah, I don't get it. That's weird. Like I said, they got some very bizarre choices that they've been doing.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, some of the choices that they were making in the end of the Prime series. I was like, oh, even the Titans Return series, like they were bringing stuff out that people in the American market really didn't see.
Yeah,
like they were bringing Overlord, who was a Power Master from Japan. What they called the God Masters over there. So he came with 2 engine blocks in his chest, and then when his body transformed and broke apart, he became a tank and like some kind of jet.
Oh, wow.
Then you could combine the jet and the tank, and you could turn him into almost like a base.
What color was he?
He was mostly, I believe it was like a bluish gray, if I remember correctly.
Because there was one, I think it was that line.
Titans Return did him, and I did pick him up.
There was a unique figure that I've seen. I only saw it once, like years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It was in Target, and it was a bigger box figure, but like his robot mode looked amazing. He was black, silver, and red, and I think he was like a triple changer.
Well, here's what I know that
I
they
don't
did a
remember what the
couple
hell.
times with that Titan series, and obviously we're seeing it now where they just did a repaint and they called him somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the figure was, but I've never seen that robot before in my life, and I never saw him since. I wish I had taken photos of the damn thing if I didn't buy it, like, because man, he looked cool, but I wasn't really getting those things again, you know. I'm like, oh, there's a couple figures here or there that look pretty cool, but nah. And
Well,
then
I know I knew who Overlord was, so when I wound up seeing that one on the shelf,
yeah,
I snagged it. I was like, oh yeah, and
that's
I got
awesome.
it dirt cheap too because I picked it up at Ollie's, and Ollie's had him in there for like $11. That thing was normally going for about I don't know, like 30 to 40 or something like that on the shelf
Nice.
because it was so big, and I got it for 11. I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Nice.
Gap Stargate, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Did you see the Star Trek Transformer crossover comic? No, I didn't.
No, I haven't either. Adega, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Adega? Good to see you, Doc. Yeah, what up, Doc?
Yeah, it's funny. There's a few people who are saying to me that yeah, Marvel should do a crossover with the Spider-Man universe and Resident Evil since they saw my figure review. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Kind of leads in a little bit to the Marvel Zombies in a way, doesn't it?
I think it could. That'd be awesome. Be smart.
I forget. Did they have Kirkland work? I think they had Kirkland working on that, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, for some reason, I think that they had tapped Robert Kirkland to help them with the Marvel Zombies line of comics.
It's possible. Oh yeah, I just looked up that figure you was talking about, the Transformers Overlord. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's like a bluish gray and white and stuff, right?
Yeah. It has some teal on it, but yeah, it's like the main body looks like it's bluish black, blue and black, and like the arms are all silver. He's got it looks like crayons for the tips of his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Overall, though, a really cool figure. Like I said, that was originally just a Japanese toy. Never made it to the States.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's awesome when they do stuff like that. You know, yeah, well, it's a tank and that big kind of fighter jet thing.
Nice. And the first time I'd ever like really seen anything with Overlord as far as the American side is concerned is IDW before they turned to shit. They actually did a comic called The Last Stand of the Wreckers. Mm-hmm. And in that one, the main protagonist in that book that the Wreckers were going up against, which he decimated a lot of them, was Overlord. Like he was taking everybody apart.
Nice. That's cool. Oh, was it Sky Shadow? I think Sky Shadow. I think that's the one I was thinking of.
Sky Shadow.
I think that was the figure. No, the one I was thinking of, he had more red all over him. Like his main body was red.
Because I know there was a couple other ones like that had weird names, and they were con exclusives.
Okay. Well, this one I saw him in Target.
Black Panther or Black Shadow or something to that weird name. Yeah. And it was a repaint of a Beast Wars type figure.
Oh, that's interesting.
But that was something we talked about like quite some time ago, like the con exclusives. Like, certain figures you're looking for, you're only going to find them in the cons, and good luck.
Yeah, good luck indeed. Dude, I told you, it's before the doors open. You have other vendors are buying them from other people. You have people working the show, either comic book side of it, whatever. If someone's a collector, they're gonna go looking for that shit and they're gonna grab it first. Then the doors open up and you're lucky if you got one or two sitting there, and it's like, first come first serve.
Let me see. Let me
Which
see
is
if I can
insane.
bring.
They do these con exclusives, and then like they make the number so damn short. They sell out in less than a fucking minute.
Okay, hold on.
I call bullshit.
Trying to bring this up. Do. Yeah, let me grab that for you. He was asking me if I could show a picture of.
Oh, look.
So that's what he looked like from the Titans Return line.
Yeah. So he's like, it's the tank and it's a jet form, and yeah, and then you can put the two together. Which it looks like they did maybe 4 or 5 characters like that. That it's a tank and some kind of flying vehicle.
That's stupid. I can't scroll through those pictures.
No.
Yeah. Blitzwing was a triple changer. Asher Chain.
Mm-hmm.
Springer. They did one for Sandstorm recently too. Who he was like oh god, I forget what the name of that helicopter is. It's one of those helicopters that actually carry stuff. You know, they got the big grappling line. They carry stuff, and he's a dune buggy.
That kind of cargo one.
Yes, the cargo helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, they have some pretty cool ones. Like you said, though, a lot of them are just like repaints, and they just like tweak the molds or something a little bit.
Let me see if I can find a picture of the original one.
There's just something that's fun about those things, man.
All right, so for those of you who are wondering what the original Overlord looks like, I'll bring that up.
OG in it. That looks like he was a big figure too.
Yeah, so
then.
this is the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was huge. He was huge. Like I said, he turned into like a base, like a kind of like Fortress Maximus or Metroplex. Yeah, he turned into a little city base.
Yeah, those are awesome when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, like they have them for sale right now, like in a $600 range.
Yeah, for sale. That ain't no sale. How about I give you $5 and you give me an arm?
Yeah, Japan did have a lot of good stuff, but they actually did not have some of the stuff that we had. There was a few of the items that we got in the States that they didn't get. And one of them was Shockwave. The other one was Jetfire.
Really?
Well, because the Japanese toy companies over there still had the rights, and they were putting them out under different licensing names over there. Obviously, with Jetfire, because he was still part of Bandai and the Macross line for the Valkyrie jets for Robotech, was not allowed. They were not allowed to market him as Jetfire in Japan. And Shockwave was still being sold under Toyco as, oh God, what was it? Something Magnum. I know the name and I'm blanking on it for some reason. But he was released under something, whatever it was, something Magnum over there in Japan. So they didn't release him as a Transformer over there either. There was a few of them like that. I don't remember if they ever did Omega Supreme, because there's another one that there was a company called Toy Box that licensed Omega Supreme out to Hasbro to create the Omega Supreme figure. Mm-hmm. And it was released as something like a Guardian robot or Sentinel robot or something like that in Japan.
All right.
But it was like blue and red. It was like color scheme was a lot different.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that is interesting.
I know too much about that stuff.
Yeah, but it is cool, man. Like, I don't know, man. To deep dive on that shit, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It really is. But, man, to hit a number or something, I'm going to just be talking about it. All right, here's those figures we were talking about. And then if shit's too much, it'd be like, all right, now we'll do a raffle. And we'll give figures out. I would do that.
I didn't mind Robotech, but no, Transformers is better. They've lasted longer.
Oh yeah, dude. Transformers is the shit.
Now that was a good line while it lasted. I mean, obviously, it was good enough that freaking Hasbro wanted to include a Robotech jet into their freaking Transformers line. But then again, they were going out to all these different Japanese toy companies, and they were taking anything and everything they could to market. Another case in point was the Deluxe Insecticons. That came from another small toy company. I think that might have been was that Toyco also? That might have also been Toyco that
Yeah, I
came from.
think so. I mean, Robotech, for what they were, I mean, Jetfire looked like one of them. Like, if you're gonna say like they took a design or something, like he was leaning towards those designs.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, weren't they all just straight up like, or most of them were just fighter jets,
Yeah, pretty much.
the Robotech ones?
They were very similar in design. They were
Yeah,
all the basic same design though, like
yeah.
overall design.
Or some kind of like walking tank thing. They were jets or like some kind of
Yeah,
walking
they
tank.
called it the Gur Walk.
Okay.
So basically, it was like half. It was like partial robot with the legs down, and the top half was still the jet with all the guns and everything out, and maybe the arms out.
Yeah. I mean,
Nope.
yeah, for what
Odega's not having it.
well, for what it is, I mean, they're kind of cool, but yeah, Transformers though, they hit a larger, you know, um,
Larger market, number
yeah,
one.
larger market variety, because you'd want other vehicles and shit. I mean, jets are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love all those kind of like the Seekers and all that shit. I'm down for those, but yeah, let's get some other things in
Oh,
there.
they did have some other stuff. They had bikes, tanks, and heavy artillery.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I just remember the jets. That's all I remember. 'Cause you know what? You got to remember too, Odega. We didn't see a whole lot of that here.
No. No, because I know of some of them because of there was this little Chinese shop that would have like all these imports like when I was a kid where my father worked like down the street yeah and they always have some kind of weird shit, things I've never seen before, never heard of. So yeah, as a kid I used to see all these kind of different things, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, they're cool, they are cool, but
Well, you know, case in point, what I showed off earlier, that's Yamato us from the Star Blazers cartoon. Nothing like that in the States that I've
yeah,
ever seen.
nope.
Like I've checked at a lot of different like local like hobby stores and everything. I've never seen one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go online and actually order it from Japan. So,
Wow, that's nuts.
or at the very least, you got to order it from somebody who does imports from Japan.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that's just very, very hard to get.
And see, that's one of the things I miss about some of the old school like flea markets and everything before they started going to all the new shit.
Oh yeah.
The old school flea markets would have those vendors that would come in from overseas. And I've said it over and over again, the Route 1 indoor flea market up there in New Brunswick in New Jersey, the same one that he filmed part of Mallrats in.
Yeah.
That damn place had all kinds of vendors in there from Japan. So you see the original Go Lion robots, you know, before they marketed them off the Matchbox. You've seen all the original Diaclone and the Micro Change line toys from Takara before they were branded in the Transformers. And a lot of those figures, like even today, I wish the Hasbro and Takara would get together and look at the old catalog of some of those figures that were never made into Transformers and create newer versions of them. Like they had this one, it was a 44 Magnum gun. Granted, they really couldn't do a 44 Magnum gun right now because of all the stupid toy laws and everything. But something like that, like they could bring those characters in, maybe find a different form for them, but give them the same robot form that they had in the original Microchange line, and they could bring those characters into the Transformers. I mean, there are worlds of opportunities there that they are just refusing to jump on.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy, man. I've said the same thing. Like when we were talking about the McFarlane shit, it's like what all the different versions, video game, movie, whatever, and like he's not making like figures that people would buy. They might not even be like, yeah, I need that or whatever. But if they saw them, they'd be like, how can I pass on this? Like the '89 Joker or something like that. Like they're afraid to go near that shit, or they won't. and it makes no sense. There was another company too. I was thinking of it earlier today, but I forgot what it was. I'm like, yeah, why don't they make that line? Or like they have the license for this. Why don't they do that? You know, and it's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. Or even movie wise, like shit. Look at Spider-Gwen. She's such a hot character. People love her. How come Sony hasn't made a movie or something just with her by herself yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because the backstory is fantastic too. It's like Peter Parker in that world. I don't know if you know about it, but he doesn't become Spider-Man. She got bit instead, and he wanted to become some kind of superhero as well. He actually has the lizard story. He turns into the fucking lizard, but he ends up dying. Like it was just like a little backstory thing that they did in the beginning of her very first issue. And they never really explored it properly. But what if, you know, they actually make a movie and they get into that stuff? I mean, that kind of shit could be really cool if we talk a multiverse and things like that. But Sony's too stupid. They showed, like, even like with the Morbius movie, they don't have a plan. They're just brain dead. I don't know. It's weird. It's like they don't want to make money.
Did you even see the Morbius?
No.
I just wasn't interested. It didn't, like, I'm not saying it looked bad, but it didn't look interesting enough for me to want to go see it.
Nope. I still don't see what the struggle was in there, other than because I know the character story. Okay, he makes himself into this fucking type of a vampire. All right, what else is going on in there? Who's going after him? What, military people? It seems boring and stupid to me. He's not a character that I ever really fucking gave a shit about.
There was an easy way that they could have made it interesting, and all they had to do was bring in Blade.
Yep. Or make a movie, just do a Blade movie and have him appear in there. Why does Morbius have to have his own movie? That made no sense to me whatsoever.
Odega, you flood my DMs with pics.
Nice.
Cool. Thank you. I'll check them out.
Why don't we get a Dega on sometime? If not, maybe next week or something, or in a couple of weeks, that'd be awesome.
Well, would you want to come on and talk about Robotech, Odega? Just say the word.
Yeah,
I'll throw you a link.
Because that'd be awesome.
You know, I'm going to put him on the spot. I'm going to send him a link anyway.
Fuck, do it now. Yeah. Do it.
Do it now. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Oh, damn. Yeah, look at that.
I would. You got to show it.
I know, but it's in the DMs. Yeah, do it. Do it. I'm not a good toy guy. You don't have to be a good toy guy to talk about what you love.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Odega. Don't leave us hanging, Doc. Besides that, we can always discuss Walton's problem. His barnacle problem. Maybe you got a treatment for him.
Okay. Well, when we're done, there's something I need to say. Somebody sent me something in the DM. Your jaw's going to hit the fucking floor.
Amaze me.
Hold on. I can't do it. I can't do it live.
Is it that bad?
Yes. Holy shit. Let's just say goodbye, Brandon. It's something they found off the laptop, it looks like.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
You know, one day we'll be able to talk about that stuff as
One
being
day.
in the past. Everybody's waiting for that day.
Jesus.
There's always something crazy going on. No, but you know what? It gets so hard to ignore it, and people like my wife bugs me all the time. Like, why you sit there and collect all those toys? Why are you so worried about toys? Because you know what? They're the one thing that's not going to piss me off. Well, I can't even say that because NECA and Playmates have both done that recently. But for the most part, they're not something that is going to piss me off. Dega. Yeah. I saw that Naked Joe and the tied up slave girl.
Uh-huh.
What up, Brutal Morningwood?
Thank God that it was blacked out though, the parts.
Yeah, nobody wanted to see anything that small. Then again, Walton would probably still be jealous, so maybe it's a good thing they blocked it out.
Well, it's not even that. It's just the subject matter alone is fucking bizarre and creepy as hell.
Everything about what they've been doing, like those people, is bizarre and creepy. The only thing I could say to people like that is,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Where's the Punisher when you need him? I mean, like the real life one. Just take them out already, please.
haven't seen that yet. It's evil.
What was that?
Ortega said it's evil.
Yeah, super fucking evil.
When do I get to see this terrible stuff?
I'll show you when we're done.
All right.
Dude, yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm with you, man. That's why it's plastic will never do anything like that.
So I'm kind of curious. Were you into Gundam at all?
No. I wasn't. I kind of thought they looked cool and shit, but no, I never watched the anime or anything like that. Yeah, don't know much.
Yeah, because that was one of the things that my brother was heavily into.
Mm-hmm.
He was heavily into Gundam.
Cool.
And even that once again, that was another one where they had a few figures here and there for it, but it wasn't like overly saturated like some of the other cartoons were.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Some of those other cartoons, holy shit, it's too much.
Yeah. You know what I did see recently? I did see somebody was showing off some pictures of some Thundercats toys that were highly posable.
Oh, was it the Super 7 ones?
Maybe. I don't know. These things were like highly articulated. I was like, damn, those things look freaking good.
I have a Panthro from Super 7. I got maybe 4 years ago. A beautiful piece. They did the packaging and everything, but they had Jackalman. The next time I went, he was gone, and then I never saw any other damn figure. I got him at a GameStop of all places. He was on sale. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like Panther was one of my favorite characters, and I never saw any other ones from that line. What's up, Bodega?
Hey. You know, I have to refresh my Twitter now and then. I didn't think he sent a link. I refreshed it, was looking at something else. I'm like, oh, he did send a link. Wow.
Tommy, don't mess around.
What up,
You know
Doc?
what? I need to get that clip just for when you show up. I got to get that Bugs Bunny clip.
What's up, Dak?
Not much. Never, ever downplay the Robotech. You will get on my nerves. There's anime, and then there's the one that's standalone all by itself.
Nice.
Robotech. You guys don't know the story of Robotech. Obviously, you've missed out.
Yeah,
Too busy chasing your little Transformers and not realizing the big epic that is Robotech. And it's still alive too. Sony owns it, and they've been working on doing a live movie for it. I've seen some stuff from other countries, and it looks like they could have some real good stuff if they. At one point before the beer bug hit, they had the producer from Wonder Woman and the director from It were signed on to do it.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And then I just because he did the DC shit.
I have no idea why, but but those were the ones that they had pegged for it. I know that they've been beefing up the comics, the games, and the toy lines. They've already started. They have plushies, everything. There's a lot of stuff new coming out. So I think Sony's still working on it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's about time. That's what I was saying. Like these places have good properties, and they're just sitting on them. They're not doing anything with them. Like that's kind of ridiculous. But that's good to hear, though, if they're going to bring that out. Because like I always wanted to get into it. I didn't know where to start. You know, I didn't know shit about it.
Well, there was some problems with Harmony Gold and some people. They wanted to change it. See, the story of Robotech, when it came to the United States, it had there was 3 main stories, and it's kind of has that multiverse type thing where it depends on the story. We saw it where it had the initial Zentron, which are the giants, the masters who made the giants, and then the Invid, which are aliens, hitting Earth in succession, where some stories have them all at once. And they were having some issues with that. But when it comes to toys and mecha, yeah, there's a ton of different types. And I only scratched the surface there, Tommy. You just got a little bit.
Well, here's a quick one for you. I don't know if you knew this or not, Adega, but you know when the Transformers first started off as part of the Diaclone, and Microchange was actually its own thing. It was actually tied to the Microman, and later on the Micronauts line. But the original Diaclone, they weren't actually supposed to be like the Transformers. They wound up becoming under Hasbro. They were actually supposed to be just mech suits. That's why all the original Transformers have actual seats for these teeny tiny little pilots that used to fit inside them.
Yeah.
Because it was all play off the original the Micromen line.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I don't know which came first. Some say that it was the Transformers, and I think it actually was. I used to.
Well,
think it was.
if you look down the rabbit hole, believe it or not, I mean, if you want to talk about what came first, I believe the first thing that came out was the Henshin Cyborg from Takara, which would wind up becoming the Micromen, and then which would lead into the Transformers, because they started doing all these changeable part swapping pieces off of the Henshin Cyborg, and then they wound up incorporating it to Micromen, and then they made them changing vehicles. Like they had a helicopter, they would change it to like an artillery backpack or something. They had weird stuff that they were incorporating in Micromen, and then eventually they did the Microchange and Diaclone right around the same time, and that's what became Transformers.
I never got into any of that except for the Diaclone, I think. It's been a long time. I'm old. I had the Steve Austin space capsule and the Bionic Man where you could look through his eye and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
But I didn't have any of the other stuff. I grew out of that real quick. I started blowing up G.I. Joes and things.
I still have most of mine. You know what I did find when I was going through the house over there? I found from my Buck Rogers collection that I had. I didn't have a whole lot of the Buck Rogers figures. I think I had maybe about 5 or 6 of them. I did find my dad had snagged my Wilma Daring figure, which the band broke like it does on all the G.I. Joes and everything, but the damn thing is intact. It's even got the damn. They had like that sticker arm bar around it, with almost like the rainbow colors and everything that they had on the original outfits in Buck Rogers. It's still sitting on her arm. I was like, holy shit.
Wow. Cool. No, I wasn't a toy collector. My friends kind of did. But I did like watching the tunes, the early anime. I still, to this day, if I ever make a buttload of money, I am going to get one of those Audis and send it to someone who can convert it into a Mach 5.
Oh, damn. That would be awesome.
I would pay $1 million if I had it. Yep. Let's have a Mach 5.
That'd be killer.
No, yeah, Bone. Favorite giant robot is Mazinger Z. Part of that what became the Shogun line. I had a bunch of the Shogun figures too. Yeah. I mean, there were so many of those things that people just forget about too. Mm-hmm. That were there before Transformers. But when you're talking about like changing and stuff like that, that was definitely Takara that pulled that off first. Granted, there was a lot of other companies out there that made the big, robots and everything, but they just didn't do nothing. They were just walking robots.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother had Mazinger Z, one of the early figures of that. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
When did that come out?
About 76.
76.
Yeah, because I still have a few of them because they did a few different versions. I mean, all of us will probably remember the big giant, they were like a 2.5 to 3 foot tall ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that they had that were plastic. Almost everybody remembers those big Shoguns. But the Mazinga, and all those ones. They also had them in these teeny tiny, like 2-inch tall figures, and then they had these 6-inch, like almost all die cast metal ones.
Yeah, that's
So,
amazing. When they
I still have a few of them, and they were awesome. They had the shooting missiles and everything that, of course, wound up getting banned because of Battlestar Galactica's Vipers and Cylon Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, wasn't
yeah.
it
I remember that.
wasn't it the female one that her tits shot off? They were missiles.
What's that?
The Mazinger Z. There was a female one that was pink and yellow. She had missiles that her tits were missiles and they shot out.
Yes, there was one of them. I don't remember if they actually had that officially as part of the line or not, because I never seen it.
Yeah.
I know out of the ones I got is I still got Dragon, and I have one guy called Poseidon, who's got like he's got like like tank treads almost for feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with all of them. Like I mean, they're the main character, yeah, but yeah, not everything.
I'm one of those poor, unfortunate people. I moved away for a little bit. When I came back to grab my stuff, my sister had already thrown it all away.
That sucks.
Now, see,
Yeah,
all my
well-
stuff, Bodega, every single last thing that I had, my dad boxed it all up and just stored it.
It's all right. You got it back.
Right.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing when you're like, in between 15 to maybe 25, maybe even 30, you don't really care so much about it. It's when you start hitting the later years, like, damn, I wish I had those.
Yeah. It's,
Regress back to childhood.
You gotta take that quote from James. You collecting, it's a hell of a drug.
It's true.
Instead of cocaine.
It's more expensive, I think, in the long run.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because if you're doing cocaine, you're probably going to wind up in a hospital sooner or later. You're not going to wind up in the hospital for buying too many toys unless the wife tries to kill you.
All right, I have a question for you, collector. Since I've gathered a few things of recent years. How do you determine the accurate value of something? Because a few years ago, I bought just before they went off market. I have the micro machines of the Babylon 5 ships. It's 4 different sets. I have 2 of them. I got 2 different types of the Vipers for the Battlestar for the 2nd season, and the Red Stripe Cylons. And I heard that the Red Stripe Cylons, I got them for $2, and I think they were going around for 80 or 120, but I don't know where to accurately assess what they're worth.
Well, here's the big thing. I mean, there's what they should be worth by the book, like as far as like collectors, because there's all kinds of like book resources out there available for that where you can actually price these things out. But my best guesstimate to figure out the value is I go on and I look for them on the different sites that are selling them. Whether I go to eBay or I go to Amazon or I go to a couple of the other places, and I actually look up to see what other people are selling them for, and if anybody's actually bidding on them and buying them. And to me, that determines the value more than just like a book value. Because you can have book value all day long. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to sell it for that. That's
right.
That's
well,
the
that's
way
where I got my prices from, was from eBay, but I wasn't sure. And then there's some things that I have that I can't find listed anywhere. I have a Never Been Worn original promo T-shirt that was given to EB, because I worked there at the time, for the Resident Evil before it came out. So it has that one zombie head turning with its mouth half eaten when he was chewing on the ground.
Electronics Boutique.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Time.
Well, didn't GameStop buy
them? Yeah, just before they died. Yeah. No, it was what was the other one? It wasn't GameStop. It was it started with an H. but they died out. GameStop bought the whole lot and caboodle from them.
Okay. But EB, I remember. I was always going to EB.
Yeah, no, I worked there. But I got that shirt, and I haven't been able to find what its value is anywhere because I just don't see it. But it's pristine. And then
And
I
see,
have
because that's something that's no longer around and it probably wasn't made in mass quantities, that may actually retain value. Possibly.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't know because, like I said, I haven't seen it anywhere, and it's not anything I want to really put up on the market.
Yeah, I have no idea. Something like a T-shirt, I have no clue.
Hey, dads.
I know like a lot of like old games, if they're like still left in the packaging, are going for crazy amounts of money.
Wow.
Like, you know, there's a lot of vintage collectors and shit. I think like the original Super Mario Brothers, someone had that, and The Legend of Zelda, and that they like literally went for $500,000 and like $1 million or something.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely insane. They went at auction. Not too long ago either. I remember hearing it in passing a couple months ago, but yeah, it's insane. 'Cause I know there's even some like the Capcom games, the Marvel versus Street Fighter. No, I'm sorry, the Marvel, it was the Children of the Atom, that game specifically. It's one that I always want. I want to go back and buy it, and I was never able to find it. And then I found out that game was going for hundreds of dollars. I'm like, what the hell? For a fighting game?
Well, here's a funny thing. Like some of those old games too. Like I sold for my brother. He had a bunch of the Sega Saturn games, and he was like, "Look, I'm never going to play these again. The system and everything works, but I just don't care. Can you sell them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Most of those games, even though they were old as shit, were selling for hundreds of dollars for them. I was like, "Holy crap, dude! You're like cleaning house with these things."
Yeah.
If he would have had a huge collection of those discs, it probably would have been thousands of dollars.
Wow.
See, I found that out not long ago. I was feeling extremely nostalgic for my EB days, and I decided, you know what? There was a game I absolutely loved. It was called, I can't even remember the name, but it was on the 3DO. Killing Time was the name of it. You were stuck on an island, and it had awesome music, and it was kind of a Victorian feel to it. You went around blasting all these ghosts and clowns with the shotgun. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to check it out. Well, the 3DOs are still going for $300, and the game itself was going for $200. And I just go, not today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. It sounds cool.
It was great. If you listen to the soundtrack, you just go, holy moly, they put this on a game back at the same time Sega Saturn was out. So yeah, 3DO was a kicking system, except no one bought it.
Well, I was in one of those old collectible stores for old video games and everything one time, and they had the old. I don't know if you guys remember this one, the Sega Nomad.
Yep.
And it was basically just supposed to be like their version of a portable game system that try to combat Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that damn thing, that old thing, no guarantee that it worked either. We're selling for 150 out of that store.
I believe it.
No instructions, no box, no nothing, just the game system itself.
It may or may not work.
Exactly.
Jesus. That's funny.
Well, at least that's good to know. I was on the right track of finding prices for things.
Yeah, I mean, there's always people you could reach out. Like if you're lucky enough to, I don't know, go out to a comic book store like locally and maybe talk to somebody in there, because sometimes those guys actually know people that could price things out for them when they put stuff in their shops. Might even be possible that the person in there could be an expert on contacting people and getting the proper value. You might want to reach out to somebody like that too. I mean, the only other way is to actually get a hold of an appraiser. And then once you do that, you're talking to an appraiser, you're going to wind up getting that thing carded and you're going to have it value numbered. And that's where you can actually make a lot more money. I mean, it's the same thing as comics. Once you have them valued and carded or sealed, that's when the prices go up.
Yeah, just be careful and try to get multiple opinions,
Man, well, the biggest thing is more for insurance purposes because, well, I shouldn't do this. I'm going to do it anyway. Let me see if I can. Right there, above the boomerang. You see that picture there?
Mhm.
That's one of the things that needs to be appraised. It's probably worth more than my house.
Oh wow.
I've got a couple like that. It's one of those things where you're fortunate when you're a doctor and you have connections. There was a guy who was someone that I worked on, and he had an estate auction house, but he worked on high end stuff. And there was a couple times when he said, "Yeah, come on in," and we got some serious things at serious discounts, and that's one of them. Yeah, I don't want people to come bother me in the middle of the night. Well, we're in the middle of nowhere. They wouldn't know. That's actually a Picasso. I've got a couple of those.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Let's
it's
see
for
that
insurance
again.
purposes in case the house burns down or something, because I live in such a small town. If someone strange comes in the neighborhood, everyone's coming out with a gun and the dogs. That's just, I love this.
Excellent.
I love this place. So, I mean, that's just the way the town is.
Just guns and dogs, no pitchforks and torches.
Oh, no. You hear the noise in the background. That's the hillbillies running their forerunners up and down the streets. We don't have a street light anywhere. They just go buzzing and hanging out with the cows. It's awesome here.
That sounds awesome.
I grew up in big cities my whole life, up until retirement. It's like this. Now I understand farmers are smarter than people give them credit for. A lot smarter.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. There normally people don't really need that much. They can take care of shit on their own.
Yeah, the clue is being happy, and here they are.
Yep. I want to be happy.
I saw your work. You should be happy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Well, again,
Beautiful work.
The work is also my escape, so. Yeah,
That's cool. You got a double bonus.
Well, because life's fucking very difficult all around. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. There's some big changes I got to be making soon myself.
I hear you, Gap. Same here. Would never go back to a big city. Ever.
Yeah. Big cities are just fucking disgusting. There's so many people fleeing them anyway.
Right? We've been here a year, and just to give you an idea, because we have everywhere, Chicago, Green Bay, Milwaukee, all these big cities around here that were run to the ground by bad people. And the good people are fleeing. Our property value in the year that we've been here, we've already gained 30% equity. Well, we own it, but it's gone up that much. Everything that's on the market is going for cash offers, about 5% over asking. People are fleeing like crazy out of those cities.
Yeah, I was telling Tommy that before we went live. Where my uncle lives, said one of his neighbors, like they're selling their little condo, and he got an astronomical number because people from up north, like New York, it's big money. People are coming down here. There was a bidding war, and the guy's apartment went for an insane amount. The guy's set for the rest of his life now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something else.
No, I mean that's the same thing we were talking about in the back too at my house. I mean it went up by about $100,000 value wise, just in the past year because of all the inflation and everything else.
City flight and inflation. Yeah. Hold on to it. That's retirement for you.
No, I hear some people saying, "Oh man, it went up by that much. You should sell it." Now I was like, "Yeah, well, that's the trick, huh? If I was to sell it, where am I going?"
Right.
Because everybody is selling their places for just as much now. So
right. Yeah. Nope. It's all money for retirement. When you're done and going into your home where you can drool in a bucket, that'll pay for it.
Wow. Well, I'm up Schitt's Creek then.
Well, there's more than one way to make a retirement, but that's one of them.
Yeah. was still renting, and rent just fucking shot up to stupid numbers.
I see, and that's why before it got too bad, that's why I wanted to get into my own place, because we couldn't take the rent anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're actually paying less now for this house on a mortgage than we were paying for rent for a much smaller property.
Yeah.
Cap, that's not too far different from what's going on here either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why prices are shooting up everywhere right now in Florida, and things are getting tough.
Everyone wants to move there. Free state of Florida.
Yeah.
My son just got a
there's
job in Texas, and so he's moving down the free state of Texas. He's
Oh wow. Good for
really
you.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I took a drive down to the local Winn-Dixie, and I seen at least 15 homes in development
Wow.
going up. And I'm talking like not even 2 miles worth of driving. There was like 15 homes going up.
That's insane.
Where are you at, Tommy? General area.
I'm down in Southwest Florida, right near
Okay.
Fort Myers.
Gotcha. Floridians.
Yeah, I'm in a small town. It's unincorporated. It's called Lehigh Acres.
Doesn't matter as long as you're happy.
Yeah, man, it's a nice quiet area that I'm in, because I'm in more of the rural section of it, and that was by choice. Because where we were renting was more closer to town, so you tend to get a little bit more of the idiots, because they always flock towards town centers no matter where you are. Yeah, I had enough of that. I said, yeah, I want to be out in the sticks somewhere. I drive maybe about a quarter mile or so. I'll see cows and everything out in the pastures. Yeah, that's good for me.
That's the same here. Get on a breezy day, you can smell the cows. Oh, I'm not kidding. Just a short walk from here, they have the local store because there's a factory. That's why you hear a lot of the noise too. It's not too far from us where they make. I'm in Wyawega cheese. It's like a Swiss colony. They ship them out, that type of thing. Their stuff is awesome, and it is dirt cheap because it's right from the store, right from where they make it.
Buy local.
Yep, absolutely.
I think the funniest thing I ever seen, being in a little bit more of a rural area, is we were going to go into town, and as we passed by the cows and everything else, there's also some people out there that got a bunch of horses, and the horses were running across the street. They broke down the fence, just running around the street.
Well, I'm sorry I distracted you guys from toys.
No, all good.
We do that ourselves during a lot of these streams. We'll randomly go off topic, but still, as long as it's still a good conversation, it's genuine.
Okay. Well, this is the first one I caught because I'm always off. On Loki's show before this, we do spooky stuff, and then I said, "Yeah, I got time. I'm gonna come in here and watch what you guys are doing." And you insulted my Robotech. At least I told you.
I couldn't help it. Oh, hold on. Well, I'm sorry, Adega. I just wasn't a big fan of Gundam.
You son.
You told me where you live, so okay.
I was gonna visit you.
Yep.
You got to get past the guinea pigs first.
The guinea pigs are coming home with me. I'll take you out at 50 yards or 500 yards. I got the rifle for it.
Ooh,
I'm teasing.
them strats.
Well,
Now I'm going to have to go get my 30-30 with the scope. You think you're going to make this ugly?
I got one of those too.
All right, fine. I'm going to go old tech on you, and I'm going to bring out the musket.
Musket.
You can't dodge those too easy, especially when you put in grape shot. It's like, just kind of point and shoot. It's like a shotgun.
45 minutes of gaze. Got all I need: quiet animals, nature, Internet, Amazon delivers, UPS, etc. Yep, buy local.
You know,
Yeah, we have
very, 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 and I know you guys have it there, but super fortunate. There was a couple months ago, we have some migrants, they're the legal kind, that set up El Patron in the neighboring city where my oncologist is. And so my wife and I, because I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I said, oh, let's stop in. Dang if that isn't the best Mexican food I had since I left California. Just awesome. I'm thinking, and now it is officially heaven. Carnitas tacos, Mexican style. Oh, my word.
Nice. I'm getting hungry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of that place. When Walton and I went to go to JJ's services, there was this out of the way like Mexican food place that we stopped at, and I'm forgetting what the hell it was called. But holy shit, man, the food was so good, and the servings were huge.
Can't argue with that.
Tremendous.
It was amazing. But we don't have a lot of places like that around here. You know, smaller town. You know, you get like the typical Arby's, McDonald's, Burger King. You got to go out of your way, and we got to like go to Fort Myers or somewhere else to go find some interesting eats.
We don't even have those. We have 3 pubs on Main Street. 2 of them are open, and 2 of them serve food.
Don't give people any more information. They're going to try to find you.
I don't care. Like I said, if someone comes strange, everybody's watching, and they know who we are. I know everybody by now.
Everybody's waiting with their guns.
Oh, yeah. It's fun to watch. You know, someone strange and the heads all pop out and the dogs start barking. There's no sneaking up here. It just doesn't happen.
Excellent.
Now you're getting other people hungry. Gap Stargate said just bring out the swords at that point.
Right?
What do you think about Viking battle axes? And we'll do like the 5-yard turn and just go at it.
We've already won, man. I can't put up a fight anymore.
Oh, shit.
Well, as long as you're taller than Walton, you can put up a fight. I mean, he would never stand a chance in a duel like that with me because I'd be able to hit him before he'd ever get anywhere near my shins. So,
yeah, I'm taller than Walton. Not as tall as you, but I'm taller than Walton. It's okay.
Boy.
Like I said, he'd fit a sports car better than all of us. It's true.
That poor little bastard.
He was here a minute ago. Don't insult the guy.
No, if he's still here listening, that's why we're saying it.
Oh, okay.
No, we play around with him. Like I said, I got messages. If I really wanted to embarrass him more, I could just read the text messages he sent me.
Just get a hold of Katie to find some good pictures to send to me. We'll embarrass him.
There you go.
I have never seen a better sport than him when it comes to that stuff.
He invites it though. It's hilarious.
Are you kidding, Odega? He put up with that car ride where we went to JJ service. That was like that was probably a good like 3 or 4 hour car ride.
Well, how about your candle?
Oh yeah, the candle was wonderful. Yeah, he was looking at me like, why is it double bagged for my protection?
Shit scented candle. Oh, God. Tommy, you are diabolical.
It was horrible, man. It was horrible. He unzipped just one bag and he's like, oh God. And I'm like, yeah. I said, go ahead, unzip the other one. He's like, no, I'll wait.
No, I'm good.
That was the Gwyneth Paltrow variety.
I'm pretty sure that would have made Gwyneth Paltrow cry. It was bad.
Why, does she shit in bags?
Nah, she had that coochie scented candle.
Why?
It was supposed to smell like her. She actually sold them. I can't believe it. You know, after that, that's when people started canning their farts, and all these thoughts are selling their canned farts.
Wait. her candle was supposed to smell like her.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
It was a couple of years ago. Yeah, she was selling them. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
How did you not hear about that one, Vinny?
Jesus, it's only the biggest goddamn hole in the world.
Oh, Tommy, I love you. That is the best.
It's all about timing.
It was perfect.
But no, that's a real deal. You can look it up. I don't know how much they were selling for. Didn't care. Figured some things are just too nasty to be real, but it was.
What are the celebrities were selling their flounder scented flowers and candles?
Baby, you smell so good. I want to buy you a fish sandwich.
What was her line called? The Dumb Simp Collection? Oh my god. Brought to you by Macy's.
Red Gay says, I will try to be 50% less gay here.
Excellent.
Well, when you started
Red,
0%.
you should always be yourself.
Tommy wants you to be as gay as you want to be.
Yeah, I don't care. As long, it's not like Walton where he's leaving barnacles all over the chat. It's fine.
See, I missed the whole barnacle thing. I'll catch on to it later. I don't know. I got the wood, got the enema, got a few other things, but this barnacle must be something new because I don't know it.
Yeah, something happened on Red's channel. Once again, Walton just, I don't know. He likes the abuse.
I caught Red's show late, so I missed it. I just caught the tail end of it.
That's always
Oh, what's up, Deej? And what's going on, Frankie?
What up? I'll do the other 50%. Frankie came up with
a conga line.
Oh, Frankie came up with a great name for that frog in Jersey. He called him a frogget. Oh shit!
It's beautiful stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's been such a long day.
Yeah, it has been.
I wonder if I can get a hold of I'm having second thoughts about painting this little mini model now. Wonder if I glue this thing together and wonder if I can get Bruce Lombardo to paint it for me. He does models.
Yeah, man. Might as well.
I could put the whole thing together, put it right back in its original box and send it to him. Yeah, and I could have swore, I don't know if you'd remember this either, Daggy. You remember Star Blazers, right?
Yes, and it's a show that pissed me off. I loved it. Then they went to the Comet Empire, and in Southern Cal, for some reason, they went in like 4 or 5 episodes and stopped it. First time I ever experienced a series, and they didn't give you the ending, and I was so pissed.
Yeah. Remember when he lit the candle, and he lit it twice? Because of Vinnie. Because I said you want to support independent creators, prove it.
Yeah, because I came in late. I missed when he first lit it. So then I said, "Oh, dude, you got to do it again." I just said it like that. I didn't put any pressure on him. And he's like, "God damn it!" He grabbed it and he lit it again. I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah, the barnacle thing, and let's get back to looking at that guy's ass.
All right, Red, I'm catching that on the replay. I got to see it.
Yeah, I got to go back too because I got to pull some clips off of it as well. He does more D&D figures tonight. Nice.
Sweet.
Oh, Tim? You talking about Tim Christ, Deej? Yeah, see, I got to figure it out because I probably could paint it, but I got so many other things going on while I have time to paint it. That's the problem.
I'm glad you're doing better though. Last week you were a wreck.
Yeah, I was not feeling well last week. But, I bounced back pretty quick. It's the power of the pigs, man.
Yeah, man. That's it. You're a true warrior.
Of course, the pigs are not happy with me right now. Well,
The
three out of four got medication, so.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
They're just about done with their medication. Two upper respiratory, and then a poor cliff jumper with the ringworm on his nose from the mites that I think came in on the hay. Ah, there you go. The missus. Always picking on the poor pigs. The pigs are lemons. Not cool. That's all I'm saying. Not cool to pick on the pigs. Shouldn't be smirched their good name. It's pigs that clothe you. It's pigs that feed you. Bruce is still alive. Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think we've gone for 2 hours here.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
gotta get back to work here, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know you got to get back to work. One more thing, Doc, let everybody know what you got going on with your books and everything.
I showed Vinnie the other day. All I have to do is push the button, and the hardback version of Evolution is out. I'm working on some type of promo. I need to do a commercial, a few other things. I have a niece who's a big-time lawyer who's sold big series on law, and I'm getting with her to pick her brain to see, because I want to do it bigger than I did last time. And then several other books are all in the pipeline, looking good and ready to roll. And thanks to Vinnie, he saved me from having a little issue with, I think I mentioned this before, I am hanging out with you guys. I've learned to really push higher quality, not just, people like the way I write. They love the story, think it's awesome. But you know what? If they're going to put something in their hands with the book, why not go all the extra? And so it has all the bells and whistles in it. But one of them was a logo that was supposed to represent, because this is a dark fantasy thing, a death magic. And Vinnie spotted it right away. He said, yeah, you really shouldn't use that. Someone modified somebody else's thing. I said, thanks. So I corrected it, made my own. It's all ready to roll. So I don't know. I could just push the button and start them up. A little nervous, but normally I'm not. But this time I'm excited and kind of hesitant. I want to do it right. So everything's ready to roll. Just I'll let you know when.
Beautiful.
Yeah, make sure to send me a DM when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been waiting because I missed out the first time you actually had books in print, when you still had them in print. And I was like, damn it, I missed out on that.
No, they sold really well. Unfortunately, I had the middleman and some other things, so I didn't make the money for my kids like I wanted to. But this time that aspect is gone, and this is the second edition. So the first edition is now a collector's item. Second edition is way, way better.
Beautiful.
I think I told you about this, Vinnie. The publisher that I used before, they know how to cut corners, so they don't have to print as much. And the final product, if you're used to reading novels, you'll know that when someone is saying something, they separate it out from a paragraph. They stuck a lot of them inside paragraphs and hid them. Still, you can understand it, but it didn't look good. And they did it to save paper, and not this time. It isn't going to happen. So it's better. It's a far better book.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and one more thing, everybody. If you're looking for Odega's channel, obviously our good buddy Bone has already put it in the chat. But if you check out the description down below, you will find the link to his .com where you can find all the stuff he's done with the works. Unfortunately, only available in audio right now, digital.
No, it's just they're just digital. They're
just digital,
yeah.
releases. Okay, so you could find that in the description down below, guys. So make sure to check that out. I am looking forward to that guy. I really do want to read that. I've gone through everybody else's stuff that I really wanted to read, like Red's, Vinnie's work, Chris Fisk, Nerium, and Kai too. Kai's another one.
Right.
I read Space Crime Domino, and I read that because of Brightest Day and his book with Brightest Day, which, the shit that YouTube did to him is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he was not only just reading other people's works that are not so much in the community, but he was doing the community work too and showing it off and promoting it. And it's just a damn shame what they did to him, the son of a bitches. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I missed it on the first time around, and I don't want to miss it this time.
Well, the first one's in mid-size, larger size novella. It's not quite a novel, but I have yet to find anyone that said a bad word about it. And I've even had, you've heard me talk about some really influential people in the business have read it and say it's outstanding. There was, well, I won't get into that, but let's just say good people, not bad people, good people want it in script form for movie production. So
Excellent.
that would have to require me to pay. Sorry about the alarm. It's 9 o'clock. That would require me having to actually get it put into script form, and I'm not really anxious about that. But thank you for giving me the opportunity. I just came on here, like I said, to defend Robotech.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Anytime. We like to bust balls, and since you were proclaiming Robotech to be the greatest, we had to bust balls and force you to come up here and say hi. Always a pleasure to have you on, Doc. I wish we could have you on more often. I know some of my times are kind of odd, especially with my Monday show. So it is what it is. Vinnie, going to talk a little bit more about this wonderful project. It's almost done.
Yeah, almost. I'm hoping to get this the lettering stuff done by around Sunday or Monday. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm making sure everything is as perfect as it could be. Same with a little bit of touch-ups here and there on the artwork right before I put the letters on whatever specific page that I'm on next. But yeah, I have maybe 10 to 15 pages left that I got to do the lettering on, and those minor tweaks. But I've been flying through it anyway. Like I said, I was going to be done in about a week, and I'm right on track with that. So yeah, Sunday or Monday should be it. And from there, I'll have a couple of good people do some editing on it, or make sure read through it all, make sure I didn't goof anything or any silly little typos. But then it should be to the printer, and I'm going to cross my fingers real damn tight because I don't know what's going on with the paper situation right now. I have not reached out yet.
I'll tell you what, Vinnie showed me a little bit of his work behind the scenes the other night. I have not seen a finer comic, period.
Dude,
his artwork is above and beyond. When he says these little fine details, this is stuff you're not even going to notice because everything else is just so brilliant. And I'm not blowing smoke. This is awesome work. Absolutely awesome.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that because I work night and day on all these projects, and I want to give the best to people. I'm not somebody who just kind of wings it or makes people wait, and then their books are subpar. No, I want to put out the best all the time, each and every time. So yeah,
absolutely.
It's a lot of work.
Well, I tell you, one of the biggest things, the ocean water, and then seeing the swords glistening with candlelight, the way you did that just floored me. It's that alone will set a mood. You don't even have to use words. The whole story's just brilliantly told with images. I'm floored. I really am.
Thank you. Yeah, because again, it's how to match it up properly and then not over-explain shit. Because again, like you said, it's in the artwork. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in the artwork, but it's fun. And Bone, to answer your question, I don't say it's not the worst part, but it's the part that has to be 100% perfect. That's for damn sure. I mean, you can't have mistakes in something that people are going to be reading like that.
It could throw the whole book off, no matter how good the artwork is, no matter how good the story is. If the lettering is shit, and somebody has a hard time reading it,
right? Because it's not just that; it's the word balloons themselves. I've seen people do very amateur stuff where they'll stretch out like a word balloon across the entire top of a page, and it's like, no. It needs to be in a circular format. You need to have it as minimal as possible. And in the right areas, because I've seen letters, even in big companies, they'll cover up like beautiful artwork just to get all the little dialogue they want to put in there. But sometimes you have to modify that dialogue a little bit, so you're not sacrificing what's going on. You need a proper balance with story and artwork, you know? So yeah, to get to the lettering stage, it's very gratifying. I'll tell you that right now. It's very gratifying, but yeah, sometimes you got to make those changes, and you know, some are very quick, some take some time. So, you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself.
Damn right. And LDG, thank you for stopping in. Ancient One as well. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Good to see you. Guys, remember, most of the links to everybody's stuff is down in the description below, including Adega and Vinnie's, Red Gaze, Nerium, and, of course, our buddy Chris Fisk as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing out. Thank you for coming out here and having some fun. We're talking a little bit of toys, talking about whatever we want to talk about as the show is winding down and ending, because that's the way these shows go. We like to have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point of doing it? Guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. We'll catch you next time. Later, y'all.
Peace.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up, what up, what up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinnie.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? You didn't get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tone Death rocking.
I mean, we have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Monkey Knight.